Yo, what is up, guys? This is Hebs. I am here with rdurette 10 for the Stranger Things podcast. We are very, very excited to start this new series. And yeah, do you have anything to say?
I binged from season 3, episode 2 to the very end. I finished it what time is it? I finished 5 minutes ago.
And it's 4:30 p.m. right now, guys. So he spent about approximately the last 6 hours binging this show.
Granted, it's been 100 degrees out all day, so what was I gonna do? Go outside?
I mean, I guess. So, where do we even start? Okay, so I have the episode list up on my computer.
Well, I say we just run through what happens in each episode first.
Alright.
And go down as we go.
Are we gonna start on season 3? Oh, by the way, guys, there is gonna be spoilers in this podcast, so if you guys have not seen the season yet...
Seconds.
Yeah, if you guys have not seen the season 3 of Stranger Things or any of Stranger Things, make sure you go watch that. It is on Netflix right now. And yeah, so you guys should watch that before you watch the podcast, but make sure you come back here because we are going to break down every single little thing, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So, starting, I guess, in season 3, episode 1, Susie, do you copy?
Oh my god.
So, wait, what?
Because I forgot what that episode was because I started on episode 2 today. So I forgot, and now I'm remembering.
Yeah.
Because I was because right when that episode starts, I'm like, where the hell is Dustin?
Oh yeah, because Dustin...
Where is he?
Yeah, because Dustin's like...
And also,
at summer camp.
I'm gonna go back a little bit, just in the chronology. I don't know how to say the word, but I didn't expect for Lucas and Max to become a thing.
Why? Did you not see the end of season 2?
No, I did.
You just thought that was like a one-time thing?
Yeah, that's what what it was. Like, Elle and Mike, that was completely expected.
Yeah.
Because that'd have been like something I knew was gonna happen since season 1.
Mm-hmm. So, oh yeah, you guys peeped the Stranger Things Universal Halloween Horror Nights hat?
Peep my messy hair.
I can't actually see him, by the way, chat. Wow, I just called you chat. That's embarrassing. By the way, guys, I stream on my main channel. It's called Hebs Cody if you guys want to check it out. But that's why I just called you chat, because I usually am live. But
we can't see each other, but they can see both of us.
Yes. That is a true fact.
I've drank, how much water is this? 22 cups of water? Is that what that says? It's gotta be
22
ounces.
Cups?
It's gotta be ounces. It's gotta be
ounces. Yeah. 22 cups.
Okay.
That's a lot of water, I think. Anyways, okay. Season 3, episode 1, Susie, do you copy? Basically, this episode is when well, obviously it opens up in Russia, or not, in Russia.
No, it is in Russia.
It is in Russia, and they're trying to open a portal to the Upside Down to get an upper hand on the US in the Cold War.
That's why?
Yeah, well, exactly. I never thought of it that way until this season.
It's 1985.
Well, yeah, but it's still like, even though the Cold War's over, it's like...
It's not over until 89, though, but that didn't register.
Yeah, like, even in season 1, remember, they, if you guys remember, they, had 11 spying on Russians. And that never even clicked to me. I was like, why is this relevant? Because they weren't even translating it on screen. They were just...
That just dawned on me. Just dawned on me.
Yeah. So, like, they were spying on the Russians ever since season 1. And it wasn't as major of an element in that season, but in this season, it's like, whoa. It's like Russians versus US.
Wait,
like, literally right in front of your face.
Do we see Steve in the ice cream shop in that episode?
In what episode? Season 1. Yeah, because that's the episode Dustin comes back.
He's
And
like,
Steve's
like
like,
Henderson.
Henderson, he's back. You got
And
the
then
job. I got the job.
Robin's like, you're an idiot.
Yeah. You are 0 for 6, Popeye. You know that means you suck. Like, what? What is this?
I like that.
Anyways, so
What I really
opens
like.
up in Russia, where they're trying to open up a portal to the Upside Down, but it's not working out as well because that's not where the original portal is from. So, can we clarify, is Starcourt Mall on top of
Yes.
where Hawkins' lab was?
No, not at all.
What?
They go to the lab. Joyce and Hawk go to the lab on like episode 2 or 3.
Then
If you
why does
if you
it
look
make
at
it
the
easier
hold on.
for the Russians in Hawkins
It's
to
easier for the Russians in Hawkins because the portal's already been opened in Hawkins. I'm looking
Yeah,
at the
but
right
in the
now because I
lab.
that they go to the lab.
Yeah, I
It's
guess.
either episode 2 or 3, but it says that they go
Yeah,
to the lab.
I remember that. But I didn't think. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I
That's why Alexi was
thought I
there,
might
like,
be watching.
researching.
Yeah,
Alright.
never mind. I don't care.
Anyway, so
Doesn't.
it opens up in Russia. They're trying to open up the portal. Then they come to Hawkins instead. Then it goes to Smooch.deck, 11 and Mike.
I
And
know.
what's it then after that, isn't it? Oh, it goes to Nancy and Jonathan, and
They just did the deed.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
I
But
mean,
they wake
that's
up,
what's
they're going to
implied.
work, and then when they drive by, that I love that transition, by the way. They drive by Dustin's car, and as they
Oh
drive
yeah,
by, they zoom
I
into
love that.
Dustin's car, and then it's like, "Oh, this is Gold Leader returning to base. Do you copy? Over." Like, what?
But you know what I like?
What?
I like the far different dynamic between Mike and Al than there is between Lucas.
I know, dude. Lucas was like not whack, but he was like so goofy in this
Beta.
season. He was beta.
He was so beta, and he has no idea what he's talking about when it comes to girls. But Mike thinks he does.
Dude, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like how Max is so manipulative over 11. Even
Oh,
though Max is like
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Max is like
Because she knows
Max
that Elle
thinks she
represents the
knows
role.
what's good for 11 just because, oh, boys always lie. But that's also because she's dating Lucas. Like, Lucas doesn't do anything. Lucas is just there, like, hey.
Although Lucas
And
seems to have
I
factor in
hate how Hopper sabotages Mike. I
that
hate
makes me
it.
so mad because it causes half of the plot problem.
Literally does. Literally. It's so
You know what?
annoying.
With all the Justice for Alexi memes out there, I was expecting there to be more of a conflict with that Slurpee than this tastes like crap.
I mean, it was kind of comic relief.
It's completely comic relief. It was hilarious. I loved it.
It was, but
it was a good relief from. Fun fact: did you know that the actor who plays Billy is British?
He's Australian, bud.
Oh, shut up.
No. Oh, yeah. Same thing. What is this? You guys in the comments, tell me this kid is a stupid deck because he literally thought. Oh my god. He thought Dacre Montgomery was British.
Why would I expect that I would know something you didn't?
Well,
let's move on to episode 2.
I'm pretty sure Millie Bobby Brown posted something on Instagram saying it was like she was like talking about Dacre Montgomery and she said mate, which is like an Australian thing.
I don't follow Millie Bobby Brown on Instagram.
Oh, you don't? I follow the whole Stranger Things cast.
I think we went over this.
Oh. Okay.
I think I might be following whoever plays Nancy. I think I follow her on Instagram.
Oh. Of course. Okay, buddy. Okay.
Okay, so I hope
Ok-
you guys know that I didn't watch Stranger Things for a very long time, and I stopped
he
watching
didn't
before
even
season
finish
two.
season 2. We
And
watched
I
season
blew through it,
2 on New Year's Eve. Well, not like last
not
year,
this
but the
past
year
year
before
before.
that.
So I've blown through a season, like 2 full seasons in like what,
A
2 weeks,
week. Yeah,
a week.
something
Yeah.
like that.
So, but when I was talking about it with when we came up with the idea for the podcast, I think it was I referred to Nancy as the hot one. So
Okay, buddy.
okay, but
Natalia Dyer is the actress, by the way.
that's what I thought. I didn't want to get her last name wrong and have you be like, it's actually Dwyer. That's what
Dyer.
Dwyer instead of Dyer.
All right.
But
So, basically season 3 episode 1 is basically kind of a reintroduction of all the characters, and including Robin, I guess. It's kind of an introducing episode
it's
for her.
it's her, but she really doesn't get even a mediocre role until very.
Yeah, honestly, like I've
Go.
seen a lot of things on the internet and I personally agree with it, is that like season 3 episode 4 to 5 is when the show really starts like character development and just in general like gets more interesting. Like obviously I'm a Stranger Things like not addict, but I love the show. So
I
I
agree.
watched it. I was on a plane back from Spain. Weird flex, but okay. No, I was on a
Yeah,
plane. I was on a plane back from Spain on July 4th, and it was 9 a.m. In Spain when it came out. So I was able to download it at a normal time for me, even though it was 3 a.m. where I live right now. But I wasn't here, I was in Spain. So I downloaded it all before we went on the plane, and I watched the first 7 episodes on the plane. It was awesome. Uh, so I was very fortunate to have that much free time on the 4th. Even though, I mean, obviously, I would want to go out and watch fireworks, but I didn't even have that ability because I was on the plane. So I was
pressure.
done with the whole season by 8 p.m. on July 4th, uh, which
All
is
right, that is so much better. I don't have curtains in my room, and I'm sitting in front of my window, so I just put up a blanket
oh
because
my
there was
god.
so much sun in my face.
I don't even have. I have a window behind me, but I don't have a curtain. All
Is
right,
it
we need to
behind you?
get back into Stranger Things,
Yeah,
bro.
we need to get back into the episode. And is there anything else? Because is the whole deal with Billy trying to bang Mrs. Wheeler? Is that in this episode?
Yeah, that is in that episode. Um,
Because that's when the whole issue starts, right?
yeah.
With
That's
Billy.
when
Ooh,
Billy's going to Motel 6, but he finnas his
that
car and then
good old Steelworks. That's such a weird place for the Mind Flayer to just like chill out.
I know the Buffalo's just like, eh, chilling at the Steelworks.
Yeah, let me just.
Brimborn. Anyways, so yeah, pretty much a reintroduction to all the characters. Reintroducing, yeah, Billy and Steve's, or not Steve's mom, Nancy and Mike's mom,
Steve's mom.
and that kind of weird relationship that a lot of people get creeped out by. I thought it was just funny,
I thought
honestly.
it was hilarious.
and
How old is Billy?
yeah,
He's
so
Billy's the same
that's
grade as
basically what
Steve, right?
starts all the conflict, actually. Like literally that starts all the conflict, cuz if
So
the Mind
Billy.
Flayer didn't have Billy's knowledge of like being Max's brother and like knowing 11, then they the Mind Flayer probably wouldn't be able to almost get to 11 like he did in episode 8.
Oh my god. The whole. Oh my god. You know that video I sent you earlier of the leg thing? Ugh!
Yeah. Oh, that was gross. Like Jonathan cutting her open, bro.
He was really just like. He really sent it. It was a full send though.
He did, dude. And he was
Alright,
like,
let's
he
talk
went in with that glove. Oh, he went in and he tried to grab it out of her leg like with his hand. That's crazy.
about.
And did you notice for some reason that was the last time Elle used her powers?
I didn't notice that until right now. Because she couldn't flip the car.
Yeah. And she couldn't crush the Coke. She couldn't push
Although,
Billy away later on.
you see, it would have made sense. Oh, the gate's closed now. She can't use her powers. Makes sense. Would make sense if any of the other times the gate had been closed, she hadn't been able to use her powers.
Yeah. The problem is this
But the way
time
they find
she
out,
can't close the gate.
is the hairs on Will's neck stand up. Really?
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense because this time she can't close the gate herself because, well, she could, but if she did, she would have still gotten stopped by the machine because it would still keep opening the gate.
Exactly. So they
So,
had.
unless she, I mean, I guess she could break the machine with her mind, but.
But in case we've forgotten, we were on episode 1.
We were. Yeah, we were.
Let's move on to episode 2 and talk about that
Yeah, that works. So the mall
one.
rats.
This
Actually,
is
I'm
where I
gonna
started.
go. Is there a description for each episode?
Yeah, there is.
Okay, so the description says Nancy and Jonathan whoa. Nancy and Jonathan investigate a lead. Steve and Robin volunteer for a secret mission. Max takes 11 shopping. Billy has disturbing visions. So, this is
Well,
the episode where what?
the first thing I want to get out of the way is that the wording of how Elle dumps Mike.
I dump your ass. I'm gonna play that on screen. Hopefully, if I remember in post.
Well, I mean, just put it over you saying it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Like,
kind of funny.
oh my
And
god.
I love the music afterwards. You're as
And Max is
cold
like,
as ice.
but
You're willing to sacrifice our love. What?
Can we talk about how somehow Max dumps Lucas? Is that on screen or off screen? Because they like allude to it in a later
No,
episode.
so she dumped him like 5 times earlier, but it seems as if she dumped him again in season 3.
Because he alludes to
But
them
they
having broken
never.
up.
He
No, because
doesn't
Will
really
said
allude to it though. He
no.
kind
Will
of just
said
mentions that she did it before.
no. Because
But
in one of the episodes, when Will wants to play D&D, he goes. I think it's episode 3. He goes, "They broke up with you. It's over with." And they're like, "No, it's not."
yeah, like that was so weird to me. Like it seemed as if they were still together, but when they all met up at the mall, it was like they were not getting along. But
But
then
then
later in the season at
like, although it seems odd to me that when we're doing spoilers. When Billy dies,
yeah, we're doing spoilers.
I cut myself off. When Billy dies, it's Elle who's comforting Max,
Yeah.
not Lucas.
Yeah, well, Lucas
But
was up on the
oh yeah, he was throwing fire.
balcony.
But
So
even
Mike
even
and Mike and Mike and Max were
afterwards,
only down there because they just came from
yeah,
that corridor where like they were running for Billy. So yeah. And 11 I never realized. So like I like to watch a lot of like in real life Stranger Things cast stuff on YouTube.
I did. I've been watching a.
Yeah. So
I love
but
how every time there's one of those videos, right? This is who is on screen together. Finn. Who the hell plays Will?
Noah
Noah
Schnapp.
And Millie Bobby Brown. Those
Yep.
three are on screen together. Gaten Matarazzo and whoever plays Steve, I really don't know.
Yeah, Joe Keery.
Yeah. And then, what's her name? Sadie something?
Sadie Sink.
And, I really don't know the guy who plays Lucas's name. I almost said the
Caleb
black.
McLaughlin.
Yeah, they're always on screen together. And then, Montgomery. I don't know how to say his name. Yeah. He's always alone.
Yeah.
And then,
yeah.
Winona Ryder and Dave
Harbor.
Yes. I almost said Harborough, but he's a football coach. And they're all on screen every time. All the videos I've seen. They never make.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say about an in real life video? That took way longer than it should have.
Um, I keep almost referring to their real life names instead of their on-screen names. Like I said Mike and I almost said Sadie instead of Max because I couldn't think of her screen name.
I broke my pen. I was just sitting here playing with my pen and I broke it.
Kid.
Never mind, no I didn't. I fixed it. But is this the episode where he like abducts Heather or no?
It might be.
And
I think so because hang on, I'm gonna go on Netflix.
can we also talk about how they exposed their own plot hole with the whole fertilizer and chemicals thing? Like that never happened to Will, but it happened to all of them.
Wait, what?
Like Will never eats any chemicals, and they even talk about how he doesn't eat any chemicals. So
What do you mean they talk about it?
Like you know how people are like drinking chemicals and eating fertilizer?
Yeah.
They talk about how that never happened to Will, and I'm like, that seems like just a major plot hole.
Yeah, but he wasn't completely flayed. He was like he was semi in his own mind state.
Yeah,
and
but isn't
semi
Billy?
not.
Isn't Billy?
Not really. He's pretty much totally being controlled by the Mind Flayer.
But Billy's the only one who doesn't join the Mind Flayer.
Wait, what do you mean?
You know how everyone just melts and becomes the Mind Flayer? Billy's
Yeah, because the Mind Flayer wants him to stay as a human being and like be a physical like barrier to the kids.
But then Elle is able to like. Oh, I wrote down one of the things I wrote down is crazy trip in Billy's memory.
Wait, what?
One of the things I wrote down, not from this episode, but just in general, crazy trip in Billy's memory.
Crazy trip?
Not like acid trip, but like journey trip.
Oh, it says in the description Billy has disturbing visions. Do you remember what those were?
Oh, he's kind of just like bugging. Like it's like he's on drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause when he's like sitting in the lifeguard pose, he's just like, bleh. And then like,
Yeah.
and ends up kicking the crap out of Heather.
Yeah.
I also think they upped the swear content, the amount of swears in this one.
They did. I think they had an F-bomb in there, actually.
No, they did. I was gonna ask you about it, cause.
So it must be rated R. Or
TV-14 or whatever it is, but.
Huh?
It's when they're in the sauna. It's when Billy's in the sauna. And he breaks the window and he goes, you, and then he calls his sister a naughty word. And then he goes, I'll effing gut you, I think he says.
Something like that. This is the episode where he gets Heather. Right at the end.
Yeah.
And,
Because then in the next episode is when oh my god. Just the whole plot, like the plot of this season is, I think, easily like the most thought out. I think like it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, there's so many different storylines.
It's
like
super good and it's super intricate.
With Dustin, Steve, and
Robin.
I forgot that they even went to the police department in this season.
They did?
Yeah, in the middle of episode 2.
What the heck? Oh!
Right after
Isn't that when Hopper's like in the middle of nowhere for like a couple days, and then they're like, oh no, or is that season 2 that I'm thinking of?
No, that's season 2.
It is, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take a trip to season 2 really quick, just because I want to mention this.
Yeah.
In season 3, Elle does not understand what Illinois is, correct?
No.
In season 2, doesn't she go to Chicago?
Yes.
in Illinois.
Yes.
But in season 3, she has no clue what Illinois is.
I mean, you have to assume it's just kind of like
Her
her understanding that this exact point is where her sister lives. Or wait, was it her mom or his sister? Her sister.
her mom and then her sister. That's how she ended up in Chicago, was looking for her sister.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's completely
So
different.
that's her understanding exactly where she is, not just where, like, generally she is. I feel
Yeah.
like. Like, she knows she's in Chicago, but she doesn't know she's in Illinois.
Yeah.
Probably.
But I like
That's
that.
what I'd
I like
assume.
that the way that what's his name? Murray? Is that his name?
Yeah.
The way Murray talks to Jonathan and Nancy in season 2
And then
is
how he talks to Joyce and
in Hop the
and
exact same
Hopper.
way. Like I keep moving my face cam by kicking my desk.
Oh God.
It's like a shaky cam. But just the way that he talks to them, it's like the exact same way. I think it's even the exact same words at some
Yeah, maybe. I don't
point.
I don't remember the exact words, but um
The fact that he speaks
so
fluent, that was set up really well.
it was crazy how 11 dumped Mike so early on. Like
I know. That was
like
so
three
stupid.
quarters of the way through episode 2.
And it was all Max's fault.
Yeah.
Actually, it was all Hopper's fault.
Yes, exactly.
It wasn't even Max's fault.
No, it definitely was not.
Because Max at least had Elle's best interest at heart. Hopper had Hopper's best interest at heart.
Yes. So
Like, I don't even want to be too hard on Hop, but like he
I,
was.
I thought it was kind of interesting that in the second episode when Billy is in the chemical place,
Yeah.
they mention, like, Mrs. Wheeler mentions that she didn't go to the Motel 6. She never ended up going,
Yeah.
which is weird. Like, I think, but oh shoot. People are at my house now. We might have to end the episode in a couple minutes.
What?
I'm having family over. I forgot to tell you that. I mean, it's fine. We've been recording for like 25 minutes.
Yeah. We've
Um,
actually.
no, so she mentions she didn't go to the Motel 6, which
Yeah,
is
I thought that was really.
convenient because Billy never made it there. But it's also inconvenient because she doesn't know that Billy got demolished by the mind flare while he was trying to go there. So,
Exactly.
um,
Like she stood him up, but it didn't matter.
yeah.
Granted, she didn't even stand him up because she didn't agree to go on the date. She just kind of got forced into it.
I mean, she wanted to. Her morals were telling her that she shouldn't.
But
Um,
I just hate so much throughout the whole thing the fact that you can tell that realistic. First of all, the fact that Max allowed Elle to spy on them. I mean,
yeah. Because I feel like Elle truly doesn't really know, like, what she's doing. Even though she's been in the real world for,
for
like, 2 to
like a
3
year and a half,
years.
2 years, yeah. But she
Yeah.
just doesn't understand. She doesn't understand that it's not something you do.
Yeah. And
Like,
I thought it was funny that Mike was like, "What if I was just taking a massive poop?" It's like that's so like in the heat of the moment. Like why do you say that? But like
no,
if it
the
actually
worst
makes a point,
part.
it's funny.
My favorite heat of the moment part is that was it episode 7 or 6
Of what?
of this season? I think it was 7.
Yeah, but when? Like what happens?
Oh, during this conversation when he's at the very end of it, where he's like, "It's because I love her and I can't lose her again."
I think that was 6.
The fact that
Yeah, that was 6. That was 6.
he plays stupid in the end of the last episode. Like,
I
well,
know. He's like, yeah, it's just some heat of the moment stuff. I was being stupid, like, and
no,
then she's like,
no,
Mike. It's like,
and then he's like,
I love you too.
and all
Oh,
not
anyways,
that.
guys. Episode 1 and 2 were pretty good for getting into the season.
Yeah, agreed.
And just overall kind of kind of introducing the new storyline of the Mind Flayer that is
Uh,
kind of like more the Mind Flayer in season 1 you could tell was just trying to get a little bit of control, but this
the Mind
season you
Flayer in
could tell
season
he's
one
trying to
is really
take over the world, like straight up. He
no.
wants to take over the world.
I feel like in season one the Mind Flayer isn't there, is he?
Season 1? Well, he's
The Mind
in
Flayer is
he's in
there,
the Upside Down. Yeah.
but you don't really hear of the Mind Flayer
The
really.
Demodogs are in the overworld. The Mind Flayer is in the Upside Down, but he's controlling Will.
In season one,
In season 2.
I was like,
Sorry.
in season one, Will's in the Upside Down, and the Demogorgon is what the issue is.
Yeah, yeah. And it looks like actually I'm not even gonna mention this, something happens at the end of episode 8 in the post credit scene. But even though I don't care about spoilers because you guys should have already watched the season. But
I also,
I kind of want to
I
end
also
this
didn't miss.
episode up right here, if that's all right with you, Ryan.
What'd you say?
I want to end this episode
Oh yeah,
as we're finishing the recap of season 3, episode 2,
yeah.
and we will be back probably as soon as possible, maybe the day after this episode is uploaded, with the next episode being either episode 3 and 4, just episode 3. I don't know what we're gonna do with this. We just love rambling and talking about this show because
we barely got
it
through.
truly
We
is
could have
fun.
got through so
Hopefully,
much more if we didn't ramble on.
yeah, hopefully you guys
Brave
enjoy us
to follow.
talking about our feelings of the show, what we liked, what we didn't like, and just overall recapping the show. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that sub button down below if you did to see the future episodes. And yeah, I hope to see you guys all next time. Bye!